Hi everyone, Sebastian here. So today let's talk about some crypto news. We'll talk about the stock market, where it's at right now. We'll talk about Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So when we first start out with going into the market here. So Doge is a little bit lagging from where it was from the high. It's currently at about, 58 cents. It's right around 11:30 at night right now. Today's high was about 60 cents, and the low was about 51 and a half cents roughly. And then if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also kind of dragging a little bit as well. It's currently at 55,526. The day's high was 57,137, and the low was 55,415, which looks like we probably got it in around here a couple hours ago. What is that? Probably 8-9 hours ago. And then Ethereum is also going down. It seems like it's a trend right now that everything's going down a little bit. A little breather in the market is happening. Ethereum's high today was 35,500, or I wish it was 35,000. 3,537, and the low was 3,361 for today. So it's off of its high of 3,600, $10 roughly. So for Doge, Fortune wrote an article, Saturday Night Live, or Saturday Night could make or break Dogecoin. We scroll down here. So over here, cryptocurrency enthusiasts and speculators are waiting with bated breath for the episode. They expect the on and off again world's richest man to mention the so-called meme coin on air, potentially causing its price to move. That could mean lots of pain or euphoria for investors, and likely heaps of both, depending on which side of the trade one falls. And that's kind of true. I think a lot of people are waiting for it to happen on Saturday Night Live. I think a lot of, I don't know what I think about it. There is some concern, obviously, by NBC and Saturday Night Live if Elon Musk does mention it. Is that causing any issues or anything like that? Are they on the hook for people then buying it, and if it falls and whatnot? I don't want to get into the whole legal part of it because I don't know it. It's not my forte. But it would be interesting to see if Elon would actually comment on it on Saturday Night Live. So I'll be watching the episode. I'll do a recap of it after the show. Most of you guys might be asleep by then, but you'll see it in the morning on Sunday morning. So let's go into another article here talking about Bitcoin. So crypto expert predicts that Bitcoin will eventually hit 1 million USD per coin. And in the article here, there's somebody was speaking on Yahoo Finance Live CoinDesk. Learn editor Oli Leach said that he believed the coin is on a path toward continued financial viability. He said, Bitcoin is going to $1 million a coin. He told the outlet, I actually believe that it will at some stage. With just the scarcity aspect alone, it makes it an incredibly exciting asset to hold. So what he's talking about there is that as Bitcoin, we know, is only going to be 21 million coins ever produced or mined, that each year and every 4 years the halving event happens where the miners get half of what they got the past 4 years for the block reward. I think we're at 6.25 coins right now per blockchain, and that's going to decrease even further in 2024. He added, Bitcoin is uncontested. According to Leach, the timing of Bitcoin's price surge may happen after 2024 when the amount of Bitcoins miners receive is cut in half during an event called the halving. And I believe, we've seen this before. The only difference this time around is we have a lot of institutional investors coming in to Bitcoin. We have corporations buying Bitcoin. So the only issue that we have this year is we have a lot of unknowns that we didn't have before. Will the price drop after it peaks this year, possibly 200, 300,000, and then drop back down 70, 80, 90%? We really just don't know. So it'll be interesting to see if the trajectory of Bitcoin continues to just go all the way up the whole time, or if we're going to see a major correction happen like we have in 2017, and I think there was one at the end of 2017, and there was one in 2013 where we had a correction also. So that'll be interesting to see. Next article, Bitcoin is coming to hundreds of U.S. banks this year, says crypto custody firm NYDIG, or New York Dig. In here, they go on to say, let's zoom in a little bit. Bitcoin may be taking another step toward mainstream adoption, CNBC has learned. For the first time, customers of some U.S. banks will soon be able to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts, according to crypto custody firm NYDIG. When I read that, I had a question, but can they move the coins out? So if you're buying at the bank, can you move it out to a different exchange if you wanted to? Can you put it onto your own cold wallet storage, your ledger, your, what's the other one? There's another one as well. I can't think of the name right now. But there's ledger and some other ones where you can just move the coins off into cold storage. So that's a question that I have on that. The company, a subsidiary of a $10 billion New York-based asset manager Stone Ridge, has partnered with fintech giant Fidelity National Information Services to enable U.S. banks to offer Bitcoin in coming months, according to two firms. If they are doing that is definitely exciting news. Hundreds of banks are already enrolled in the program. While the firm is in discussions with some of the biggest U.S. banks, many of the lenders that have agreed to participate are smaller institutions like Suncrest, a California-based community bank with 7 branches. So we've heard from Chase or JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon calling Bitcoin, worthless crap and everything else. So I'm not surprised that the big banks aren't interested in allowing their customers to buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies directly from their bank accounts. So if we continue on, what we're doing is making it simple for everyday Americans and corporations to be able to buy Bitcoin through their existing bank relationships, Sells said. If I'm using my mobile application to do all of my banking, now I have the ability to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin. So this is huge. The ease of use is a must for general public adoption, which is one of the things that I commented on. And then current exchanges make you jump through hoops because of KYC, know your customers. So it can be a little bit difficult for some of the elderly in our population to get the phone. You have to take a picture of your driver's license. You have to take a picture with yourself with the driver's license. It's a lot for them to overcome. Continue on here. Banks, on the other hand, have steered clear of Bitcoin for retail customers, only recently announcing plans to allow rich wealth management clients to be able to wager on the cryptocurrency. So basically, they're protecting the little guy, right? We don't know any better. They're seeing deposits going to Coinbase and Galaxies and Krakens of the world, and obviously they want a part of it. They're not seeing the income from all that transactions, the selling, the buying, and everything else, and they see the future changing, and they want to be a part of it. So next is peer pressure. As hundreds of smaller banks sign on, giants like JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, could face pressure to offer crypto to their retail banking customers, according to Rob Lee, head of digital banking at Fidelity National Information. But in those cases, banks have leveraged Bitcoin to ultra-high net worth individuals and family offices with tens of millions of dollars. So what they're talking about here is Goldman Sachs has offered, Morgan Stanley has offered it to their high wealth individuals and family offices with tens of millions of dollars, because you and I are not smart enough to invest in Bitcoin as they see it, which is much a bull. I've made some of the biggest gains in crypto compared to what I've made in investing in stocks. But you live and learn. NYDIG will take care of the Bitcoin custody and trade execution. Disclosures will make it clear that it is NYDIG and not the banks that handles the Bitcoin, and the cryptocurrencies won't be FDIC insured, according to Zhao. So until we get some clear regulations with cryptocurrencies, I think that's going to be the case where the FDIC is just not going to insure accounts that hold Bitcoin. I don't know why. I think it's like any other asset. If it goes down in price, it goes down in price. If it gets stolen or something like that, that's where I think the FDIC insurance comes in, right? So it should be FDIC, at least the way I see it. They should be able to insure it somehow. Banks will determine how much to charge their customers for Bitcoin trades and will retain most of the fee revenue according to sales. After rolling out the initial Bitcoin product, NYDIG plans on other services, including debit cards, reward paid in Bitcoin, and a new type of bank account that is FDIC insured but pays interest in Bitcoin, he said. So that is exciting to see that, one, banks are looking to adopt Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and allow for their customers with an easier on-ramp, basically, to buy and sell, or to hold, or transfer them to somebody else, to the family member, however they want to handle it. So I think the adoption is gaining more and more steam as we're seeing it through other avenues and channels, where it's making it more accessible to the public in general, which is, I think, a great thing. And that was it for that article. The next one is Mark Cuban, 3 ways Ethereum dwarfs Bitcoin. In this article, I didn't really say that Ethereum is going to be valued more than Bitcoin, but he does mention some of the benefits of Ethereum over Bitcoin. So according to billionaire investor Mark Cuban, the number of transactions and the diversity of transaction types, along with the development efforts in Ethereum, dwarf Bitcoin. He tells CNBC Make It the utilization of Ethereum is much higher. First, the Ethereum blockchain consistently processes more transactions per second than Bitcoin's, making payments faster and more productive. Second, it can support the creation of applications. So we have smart contracts, DeFi, decentralized finance, and then we have NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, which are also adding to the price of Ethereum and the spike we've seen lately. Right now, Bitcoin is a more established store of value, and there is no reason to think it won't continue to be for a long time, Cuban says. Ethereum, on the other hand, is booming with a development that I think will create so many new applications. And it's true, Ethereum is basically like the crypto computer out there, with smart contracts and everything else that they can do on it. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with Ethereum 2.0 going forward when it gets updated. Third, Cuban says that as an upgrade to the Ethereum blockchain called Ethereum 2.0, which launched in 2020, continues to roll out. The impact of Ethereum could be greater than we currently imagine. And that's true. We really don't know what the impact is going to be on it. Investors agree that there are several benefits to Ethereum 2.0. First, it could make Ethereum even faster, which would be great. The more transactions you can do, the better it is, obviously, and at being maybe even used as cash or payments, being able to use as payment processing, kind of like Visa is, MasterCard, all those. They can do hundreds of thousands of transactions a second. Investors say that the changes could allow several thousand more transactions per second on the blockchain and could be more secure, all of which will be hugely positive as a whole for Ethereum, Cuban says, which I agree. Anything that they can do to make it more secure, make it faster, allow more transactions is a good thing, which I think is also adding to the price appreciation that we've seen in Ethereum. Other than that, this is all I have, guys. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that are going on in the crypto space with Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and many other coins out there. Do your own research. It's not financial advice. For full disclosure, I do own Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. I'm holding for a long term, at least while this bull cycle is happening. I think we're still quite a ways from getting into the bear market, probably till September, October of this year. So it will be interesting to see where things go. I hope you guys found this video helpful, the news inspiring, and hoping that you'll be kind enough to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. It means a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.